everyone. Happy Wednesday. The week is going well, and that you are enjoying some of this nice warm weather that we have this week. It's a little bit of a treat, I think, for most of us. Even I enjoy some of the nice spring weather, but I think it's supposed to cool down again next week, so get it all in while you can. I wanted to do our midweek recap and talk a little bit about what we discussed Sunday. We were in James chapter 1, finishing out the first chapter of James after the fourth week finally. There's so much good stuff in James. Chapter 1 was just chock full of stuff, and so we just camped out there, took our time getting through all of the awesome wisdom that James imparts to us in chapter 1. A large part of the conversation on Sunday revolved around being contributors versus consumers, and the importance it is for us to not just think that church or the kingdom of God or being a Christian is about consuming, is about receiving things, and it's really about contributing. It's Jesus inviting us in to being a part of what he's doing for the kingdom, and we get to be a part of what he's doing. And so when we look at James chapter 1, and he's telling us to not only be hearers but doers of the word as well. One of the things I said a few times in the sermon that God really pointed out to me is that consumers make excuses while contributors make disciples. And I think there's a lot there, because as we see in Matthew, it's pretty clear we are to make disciples. That's Jesus' great commission, is to go and make disciples. And if we're doing that, then we're a contributor. We're contributing to the kingdom by discipling others, by being engaged in the work of the kingdom, and by not allowing the idea that it's our job to get things or that other people should serve us to rule, but instead we give of ourselves and we disciple people. We look at the circles of influence we have around us. We see how we might be able to engage those, pray for those people, disciple them, have them over for meals, go to do things with them, do hobby events, things that you love to do, make a ministry out of it, and make disciples. That's what it's all about, is making disciples. And we know, if you were there Sunday or you're listening to this, then you've heard the commission is to go make disciples. So now we need to be doers of that. And many of us will continue to make excuses. We'll continue to have reasons why we don't think we're responsible to make disciples, but that just makes us a consumer and not a contributor. It's the basic command of Jesus. There's the Great Commandment, the Great Commission, and both of them have to do with loving people enough that we're not just going to let them go to hell. We're going to actually engage the lost world. We're going to do what we can by the Spirit's power to reach people with this message of the gospel, to love them enough to be uncomfortable at times, and to do whatever God's leading us to do in order that they might know the awesome freedom we have experienced ourselves. And that really sums up Sunday's message, and really a lot of it revolved around that idea. And James tells us, if you want to be blessed, then we have to act. And most of us that have engaged in that we are being used for the kingdom, that's where true blessing is. That's where we've experienced joy, we've experienced some of the best things in life come from, all of the best things in life come from following God and from being involved in what he's doing. James also makes that clear. He says, when he tells us, but the one who looks into the perfect law, the law of liberty, and perseveres, being no hearer who forgets, but a doer who acts, he will be blessed in his doing. Be blessed in your doing. Be blessed in your going about your day and doing whatever God has called you to do. Be blessed in that by following Jesus, by being a doer of his word. And that isn't just about making disciples, but everything in his word. We obey it, we listen, we do, and we follow, and we act on his word. And so that's my encouragement for you this week, is whatever God is speaking to you, whatever direction he's moving in your life, to be a doer, to be one who acts, and therefore one who is blessed in their doing. That's what I have for us today. And calendar-wise, I don't see anything huge on the calendar. We have the Constitutional Live class happening at 10 a.m. on Saturday. St. Patty's Day is Sunday, so how about that? For all of promise I'll be dressed in green. I don't know if I have any green to be dressed in for Sunday, but yeah, that's what we got going on. I hope that the rest of your week is blessed, that God continues to engage you and you engage God, and that you take steps forward in being a doer, in being one who acts, and that the rest of your week you will be blessed in your doing. God bless you all. Hope to see you Sunday, 10:30 a.m., hopefully in person if you can make it. If you can't,